So, Kristen, thank you for coming.
Thank you
today.
for letting me be here.
I think this is an incredible act of bravery and courage, and as we just kind of discussed with McKenna, of love. So what motivates you? Why would you stand up and say, I'm a birth mom and I want to talk about it?
I have experienced over my 11 years being a birth mom and from seeing other birth moms that there's just this stigma attached to birth moms, that we are uneducated, that we're young, that we don't care about our kids. And so it's hard to stand up when the world thinks that about you. But I think more than ever, we need to show them what a birth mom is, that we love our kids. We never stop loving our kids. We are smart, we are beautiful, and we can be the greatest people you will ever meet.
Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to know that I look at you as a hero, and I honor you for everything that you've done. I know what it means to be a mom. I know what it means to the very first time that every single time, and you know this because you've had other children,
yes.
Every single time you deliver that baby, to feel the love that you never even knew that you could experience. So talk to me about that. That changed me as a person. Every time I have a baby, I became a different person. So talk to me about that from the perspective of birth mom.
I think birth moms are like single moms in the sense that we grow up and we mature really fast. When that responsibility comes in your life, you take it seriously, and we take it seriously. We understand that we are in charge of finding a home for this child and providing the best care. And that's what we do. We put them in this loving home, and we grow up that minute that we care about these kids more than we care about ourselves, more than we care about anything else. We become adults. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if the baby is with us or if we place that baby. We care about them. And over time, I stopped living for me, even though she wasn't with me. I lived to make her proud so that I could make the choices and decisions so that when I had kids with my husband in the road, that I could give them the same things I wanted for her. I wanted to have parents that were married. I wanted to have a stable house for them. I wanted to have love, unconditional love, on all sides. And I made sure that I made that choice every single day from the moment I placed her in that arms to make those choices to make her proud. And so I think, like any mom, I just want her to be proud of the woman I am.
Can you even imagine how different life would be, how different so many families would be if even married couples who are having children for the first time or the second time or whatever, if they had
that same motto,
that same perspective and that same commitment. Wow, that's incredible. Totally incredible. So life has gone on.
Yes.
The rest of the story is,
yes,
life doesn't just stop because
you
place a child up for adoption, right?
No, I continued on my journey to make her proud and to grow into the best me I could be. I got married. It was a struggle dating afterwards. I didn't know where to trust men and where to kind of set my next foot. It was hard. I would fall back into the same patterns times where I was just so lonely and wanted to be loved so much that I didn't always date the best guys again. But I kept going, and I kept my little motto in mind. And I did meet my husband, and we dated for over a year, and it did take a few months for me to even start initiating the conversation about where I had been and placing her. And it was, again, a fear of judgment that you just experience. And it was a fear of judgment from somebody that I genuinely cared about. But he accepted me with loving arms, and we were able to get married, and we were able to have 2 other kids. And that's been an adventure too. I can definitely say that the mom I am today is because I placed. I like to call myself a helicopter mom. I know that the moments you experience with those kids, I missed them without my first one, and I didn't want to miss them again, and I cling to them more, and every day I see it as a blessing because you don't always get those moments. You don't always get to experience them. And so the little things, having family dinners or taking walks, putting them to bed, reading them stories. Those minutes, they're just the minutes that make up my eternity.
And they matter.
They matter.
And that's a message, whether you're a birth mom, a two-parent family, every single one of those moments matters. We probably couldn't have this conversation without talking about forgiveness, right? Because it sort of makes the whole thing turn, and in my world, forgiveness equates to love, and that's kind of all what it comes back
But it's so
to.
funny because we're hardest on ourselves. It's hardest for us to forgive ourselves.
Holla, we're women. I mean, that's how it goes, right? That's what we do.
I mean, it took me 5-6 years to be able to forgive myself, as opposed to my husband, who never even thought that there was anything to ask for forgiveness for.
You know what? And I really appreciate you saying that, Kristen, because that's what I work every single day to help women to understand that just by the very virtue of the fact that you're a woman, you hold incredible power. You can do amazing things. There's a superhero that lives inside of you. And maybe that superhero comes out when she says, I can be brave enough to place this baby for adoption. Or maybe that superhero comes out when, she has to do other hard things in her life. My little company motto is you deserve to be taken care of, you deserve to be pampered, you deserve good things. Hardest to give them to ourselves.
Yep.
So I appreciate you bringing that up. Okay, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked McKenna.
Okay.
If there was anything that you wanted the world to know about adoption today, what do you want them to know?
I think the one thing I hope can stick with everyone is that from the minute I found out I was pregnant, I loved her. The minute she was placed in my arm, I loved her. When I put her in her parents' arms, I loved her. And today, I love her. That love has never wavered, and it will never change. I love her.
I'll tell you the same thing I told Mackenzie. Thank you. Thank you from a sibling of an adoptive child for giving me the brother that I never would have had.